Energy crisis is terrified in 2022. Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we will talk about energy crisis is terrified in 2022. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. Introduction. The potential for an energy crisis is real, and it's something that should be on everyone's radar. Here's what you need to know about the energy crisis and why it's something that we should all be paying attention to. What is the energy crisis? The energy crisis is a term used to describe the possibility of widespread or global energy shortages. This could happen due to a variety of reasons, including political instability, natural disasters, and even just an increase in demand for energy that outpaces supply. Why is 2022 a potential date for an energy crisis? There are a few reasons why 2022 has been identified as a potential date for an energy crisis. For one, there is expected to be a large increase in demand for energy as the world population continues to grow and develop. Additionally, many countries are expected to reach their peak oil production levels around this time, which could lead to shortages. How can we prepare for an energy crisis? While we can't predict the future, there are some steps that we can take to prepare for an energy crisis. One of the most important things that we can do is diversify our energy sources. Additionally, we can conserve energy where possible and invest in renewable energy sources like solar and wind power. What is energy crisis? The energy crisis is a term used to describe a situation where the demand for energy exceeds the supply of energy. This can lead to blackouts, brownouts, and other problems. The energy crisis is often caused by factors such as natural disasters, political instability, and economic issues. For example, the 1973 oil crisis was caused by an embargo placed on oil exports from Arab countries. This led to a sharp increase in oil prices and a decrease in the availability of oil. The energy crisis can have a major impact on both the economy and society. For example, blackouts can cause businesses to lose money and people to miss work. Brownouts can also cause problems for people who rely on medical equipment that needs electricity to operate. Why it happens? 1. The definition of an energy crisis. An energy crisis is a situation in which the supply of energy fails to meet the demand. This can be caused by a number of factors, such as natural disasters, economic problems, and political unrest. 2. The history of energy crises. The first major energy crisis occurred in the early 1970s, when oil prices spiked due to an embargo by Arab oil-producing countries. This resulted in long lines at gas stations and rationing of fuel. In the 1980s, another oil crisis occurred when prices again rose sharply due to political instability in the Middle East. These crises led to a greater focus on alternative sources of energy, such as solar and wind power. 3. The impact of energy crises. Energy crises can have a major impact on economies and societies. For example, the 1973 oil crisis resulted in a recession in the United States and Europe. Energy shortages can also lead to social unrest, as was seen during the Iranian Revolution in 1979. 4. The current energy situation. The world is currently facing an energy crisis due to a number of factors. These include the depletion of fossil fuels, the growth of the global population, and the increased demand for energy. 5. The causes of the current energy crisis. There are a number of reasons for the current energy crisis. One is the depletion of fossil fuels, such as oil and coal. Another is the increased demand for energy, which is driven by population growth and economic development. Additionally, climate change is causing disruptions to the global energy supply. 6. The impact of the current energy crisis. The current energy crisis is having a major impact on the world economy. For example, high oil prices are causing inflation and slowing economic growth. Additionally, the crisis is contributing to political instability in some parts of the world. Why is an energy crisis terrifying? An energy crisis is a situation in which the supply of energy fails to meet the demand. This can be due to a number of factors, including natural disasters, political upheaval, or even just poor planning. Whatever the cause, an energy crisis can have devastating consequences for both individuals and businesses. One of the most terrifying things about an energy crisis is that it can happen very suddenly. This would impact everyone who uses oil, from countries that import it to businesses that rely on it for their operations. The ripple effects would be felt throughout the global economy and could trigger recession or even a depression. Another reason why an energy crisis is so terrifying is because it can be very difficult to solve. Once a business has been forced to shut down due to lack of power, it may be very difficult to get it up and running again. How to prepare for an energy crisis. We are in the midst of an energy crisis. The world is running out of oil, and there is a very real possibility that we will not be able to meet our energy needs in the future. There are a few things that you can do to prepare for an energy crisis. First, you should make sure that you have an emergency supply of food and water. If the power goes out, you will still need to eat and drink. Second, you should have a backup plan for heating your home. If the gas runs out, you will need to find another way to keep your home warm. Finally, you should think about how you will get around if the cars stop running. You may need to start walking or riding a bike more often. Some factors of energy crisis. 1. The global energy crisis is largely due to the fact that the world economy is still heavily dependent on fossil fuels. 2. The use of fossil fuels has led to environmental concerns, as well as dwindling resources. 3. Another major factor in the energy crisis is the growing demand for energy, especially in developing countries. 4. The current energy system is simply not sustainable in the long term. We need to find alternative sources of energy that are cleaner and more renewable. 5. One way to address the energy crisis is to improve energy efficiency. This can be done through better technology and improved infrastructure. 6. We also need to invest in renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and geothermal. 7. Finally, we need to change our consumption habits and use energy more wisely. What are the solutions to end energy crisis? There are many potential solutions to the energy crisis, but some are more viable than others. One solution is to simply use less energy. This can be accomplished by increasing energy efficiency and using renewable sources of energy. Another solution is to develop new technology that will help us produce and use energy more efficiently. Additionally, we need to make sure that our energy resources are managed properly so that they will last longer. One way to reduce energy consumption is to improve energy efficiency. This can be done in a number of ways, such as using better insulation in homes and businesses, using more energy efficient appliances and lights, and implementing policies that encourage people to use less energy. Additionally, we can switch to renewable sources of energy, such as solar, wind, and hydropower. These sources are environmentally friendly and will help us to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Another solution is to develop new technology that will help us use energy more efficiently. This could include things like developing better batteries for electric vehicles, improving the efficiency of solar panels, or finding new ways to store energy so that it can be used when needed. Additionally, we need to make sure that our energy resources are managed properly so that they will last longer. This includes investing in renewable energy sources and making sure that we do not waste the resources that we have. Ultimately, the solution to the energy crisis will require a combination of these approaches. We need to use less energy, switch to renewable sources of energy, and develop new technology to help us use energy more efficiently. So that's all for today's video. I hope you all like this video. Please let us know some topics you want to see in this channel in the future. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. And also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.